Hello my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Mary and I give you an extra warm welcome. I don't normally sound like this, FYI. I would love it if you can hit the subscribe button and stay for a while. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate you more than you know. I'm still recovering from whatever it is that I got sick with. And my voice is slowly coming back. We are here today because my BK Beauty and Nikki La Rose Pro Artist Series brush set is here, and I want to demo these brushes for you. So if you are a fan of BK Beauty, if you are a fan of Nikki, the wonderful, talented makeup artist Nikki La Rose, then just go ahead and keep on watching. All right, my lovelies. So Nikki La Rose. I actually did not discover her until about a year and a half ago. Simply Blair mentioned her, and then I checked her out. I had seen a couple of her videos before they had popped up, but I never subscribed. And then Blair went ahead and she comments about her a lot. And I finally decided, you know what, let me go check Nikki out and see. Just go check out the channel. I want to say YouTube has not been her main source of content. Maybe in the last year, she has really focused on her channel and what she's bringing to the table as far as makeup educational videos. And I love it. I absolutely love it. And that could be why before I didn't subscribe. Maybe the energy was just different. I don't know, but Simply Blair is the reason why I discovered Nikki La Rose. And once I subscribed, I was hooked. Every video she puts up, I absolutely love. She's just a breath of fresh air. She seems like she's so nice and genuine, just a gentle soul, like a classic LA soul. Los Angeles has changed. Those of you who don't know, I am born and raised in California, Orange County to be exact. And Los Angeles, what it used to be to what it is now, it is not. And I feel like Nikki is your typical old LA soul. That's just what I feel from her. I hope it makes sense. Anywho, when I saw that she was doing a collaboration with BK Beauty, I was pretty excited. I was not expecting a full pro set. Honestly, I don't know what I was expecting. Okay, so as of right now, it's sold as a set and not individually. I don't know if they are going to be sold individually. I did watch both Nikki and Lisa J's reveal video, and I don't remember hearing anything about them being sold individually. So it retails for $180 for the full set. Let me pop these out and show you what they look like, and then we'll start using them for our makeup application today. Okay, so once you take them out, they come in this little, I don't know what you call these, like a strap handle holder thing. There is a total of 7 brushes, and it looks like it is maybe 4 face brushes and 3 eye brushes. Okay, so here they are. They feel very nice, very sleek. I do really enjoy the aesthetics of the brushes. They seem just very classic, like the classy, elegant style, and yeah, black, which is nice. I'm excited to jump on in. These feel very soft. I don't know which one I'm the most excited to use, honestly. Okay, we're gonna get started. Okay, apologies for my voice. There's nothing I can do. I feel perfectly good to film, and that's why I am filming just my voice. It's coming back slowly. So I think I'm gonna mix these two. The Chanel Numero 1 foundation, I have it in the shade B30, and the Glossier Perfecting Skin Tint G8. I'm just gonna mix these two. I feel like a lighter kind of coverage, just something light, you know? All right, so for this application, I'm going to use the brush that she designed to be both for liquids and powders, which is the duo brush. When I first saw this, I was like, whoa, that looks scary. Don't let it scare you. So this is the BK Beauty and Nikki La Rose N17. So let me go ahead and apply. We'll see if I enjoy using this for that purpose. This side is meant for your liquids and this side is meant for your powder. Doesn't necessarily mean you have to use it that way, but just the bristles on this side is a lot more loose is what she said. So let's see. Okay, that blended out with ease, and I like how, I don't want to say flimsy because that sounds like a negative word, but for me personally, as far as foundation application, flimsy on a brush is not a bad thing for me. So I do like that it's very loose, I guess would be the best term. That's how I personally enjoy my foundation brushes, but it's working perfectly how I enjoy my foundation brushes to work. Since it is smaller, I definitely do feel this is meant for like a more precise foundation application. Okay, so this is what the foundation application looks like. The only thing I didn't notice is the fibers in the brush, like right here, end up bunching up, and I do have to kind of comb them through. I don't know if that's just my brush or if it's the bristles themselves, but I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that. So far, so good. I wish a tiny bit, it was just a little bit bigger, maybe a little bit wider and just a tiny bit longer, but other than that, I enjoy that. I like how the application of the foundation went. Okay, so now we have these two brushes, the N14 and the N16. These I can both try and use as a concealer brush. I feel like this one's maybe a tiny bit closer to like a typical concealer shape. And then this one is very soft. Some of my favorite brushes for concealer, like my ultimate favorite one used to be a Morphe and Jaclyn Hill one. And the shape was close to this, it just wasn't as pointy. But I think what we're going to do is use this one. So the N16, and today we're going to jump into this Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Concealer. I have it in the shade 2N. I don't like a lot of concealer, and I like my brushes for my concealer to be very soft, loose, like I do my foundation brushes. I don't like dense concealer brushes. I don't feel like I need a ton of coverage. Therefore, I don't need for the brush to be dense. Okay, so let's jump into the N16. Okay, so it is loose. Okay, that worked pretty well actually. And it's loose but dense a tiny bit at the same time. I like it. I like it. I think it worked great as a concealer brush. Okay, this is what we got. Foundation's looking a tiny bit light, but it's okay. We are about to add some cream product. So now we're going to use this N14, and I think she said she created this for like precision on your face, contouring, all that good stuff. I don't contour my nose, and I don't contour in here. I just contour around my face. Let's use it, see how it goes. I will keep using these brushes and I will figure out which way is my favorite way to use each brush, because I won't know until I keep using these brushes, you know? This is the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Contour Wand in Light. So again, this is the N14. 100%. I probably should have used this for my concealer instead. I enjoy my concealer brushes to be just a tiny bit bigger than this. All right. Ooh. I do enjoy bigger brushes for my contour. Just a tiny bit bigger than this. So, seems a tiny bit small for my personal preference. Just upon using this, I think I might enjoy this brush more as a concealer brush, which makes sense because when I watched Lisa J's video, she pointed out that it's very similar to the shape of, what is this, the 110. It's just smaller. So, and I enjoy this a lot for concealer. But I'm just testing these out right now. Okay, and now we're going to jump into some cream bronzer. This is the RCMA Beach Day Bronzer in Catalina. I've been loving this. It is so good. I don't know why more people aren't talking about it. It's a good one. I did look for reviews and it looks like my review is the only one up for this product, this launch. They also did cream highlights. People aren't into RCMA like they used to, I guess. Okay, so the brush that I guess she intended for cream bronzer and like a cream blush is this one here, the N15. And it's soft, but also has some density to it. Oh yeah, blending this out like a dream. This RCMA product is a cream to powder kind of formula, so it doesn't stay tacky, which is nice. Okay, that's looking lovely. Now we're going to jump into some cream blush, and I can go two ways. I can use the N17, which is the double-ended brush, no, duo-ended, with this side, or use the one that I just used, which is the one that I think I'm going to go with, the N15, and just wipe it off. I don't like to multi-use my brushes. I have to clean them in between different products. I know I'm weird like that, but I really just want to do a complete full face with just these brushes. We're going to jump into this Huda Beauty Rebel Red. It's the Cheeky Tint cream formula she came out with, I would say last year. This is a very beautiful, beautiful shade, and I can definitely make it work for my skin tone. So far, I think my favorite shape and density and just overall everything about this brush, I think this one is my favorite so far. All right, my lovelies, I did already set my under eyes off camera. I need to use a sponge or like a beauty puff to set my under eyes. Anytime I do it not using a puff, it doesn't look pretty. Doesn't even look like I set my under eyes, so that's why I do it that way. All right, now we're going to jump into the duo-ended brush, and we're going to use now this side with these dark fibers. I mean, you can use it like the whole brush for whatever you want, but she meant for this side to be for liquids, creams, and then this side for your powders. So we're gonna powder the face, hourglass, and see how it goes. So I got some powder, and we're gonna start setting the face. I mostly focus my detail in my T-zone, and then for the rest of the face, I'm not like as precise. Okay, sorry, I thought I was recording, but I was not. So I'm using the N16, which is the same brush I used for my concealer. I'll be using it for my eye primer, and I went in to the ABH eye primer. And one thing I definitely do enjoy about this brush is the point. like it comes at a point, which I feel is not something you see a lot in this shape of brush. Okay, so these are the 3 brushes we have left. This one looks like a crease brush that you can use for multiple things because it's not super fluffy and it's long, which I like. I hate it when they're too big. This one it looks like a small detail shader brush. BK Beauty has one like this but smaller, and I love it for like detail work on the outer corner. And then this one looks like a pencil liner kind of brush. I don't use these that often, but we'll see if we can use it today. We're gonna jump into this Pat McGrath Quint palette. This is the Bordeaux Bliss. Not my favorite color story, but we're gonna use some of these shades. And I am going to jump into the Surratt bronzer as my transition shade with this N13. Very soft. Very, very soft. It's blending it like a dream. Okay, I'm getting really annoyed with myself. I forgot to press record again. So I jumped into this shade here. Started by tapping first and then blending. Wing it out a tiny bit. Okay, now I'm going to jump into the N12. I am going to spray my brush. I already have some NYX glitter glue, but just to be sure, I wet the brush. I'm going to jump into this shade here. I usually don't like to use brushes for shimmers just because I feel like I get more fallout when I do, but I do want to use that like liner brush. Well, I want to use all the brushes, but that worked decently. Okay, I wiped it off. Now we're going to use the shade. Wet my brush a tiny bit. Okay, I'm wetting now this brush, which is the N11. I'm going to jump into the black shade in this palette, and I'm going to add that to the outer corner. This is great if you love doing shadow liner, where like you use your shadow as a liner. You could probably get a super, oop, got fallout from that black shade. You could probably get a super precise line. I personally don't do it that often, so these brushes don't get used that much on me personally, but that can always change. You might also be able to use this for your eyebrow. Just a thought. Alright, now we're going to jump into some bronzer. I'm wiping this brush here, which is the N15. Let's see how I like powder bronzer with this brush. Going into that Surratt. Did forget to mention, I went into the last shade and used that in the inner corner, but I used a different brush, not from this collection. I didn't have one left over to use. Probably could have wiped one off, but it's fine. It's doing a good job with powder bronzer. Okay, and for powder blush, I'm actually gonna try this one, the darker side of the N17. That's what I used for the powder all over my face. See how this goes. Okay, makeup is nice and done. Just a couple of things. Let me wipe this because I'm gonna highlight my brow bone. I'm gonna jump into the inner corner shade. This is probably a great brush to highlight your brow bone. Oh yeah, get right in there. Beautiful. And also cream highlight. And I have 2 brushes in mind. I don't know which one would do a better job of these 2. The N14 or the N16. Let's try this one first. And this is the little Lilah B No longer available, sorry, but if you have it, pull it out. One of my favorite brushes from BK Beauty is this one right here, which is the 113. I love this brush for cream and liquid highlight. It just gives you the most beautiful, soft, seamless application, and it is the only brush that I can use for cream and liquid highlight. Every other brush I've used, even a Sonia G one, it just does not look the same. So let's see. These bristles from these brushes can get the job done like that. It seems to be working decently. Now let's try this one, the N14. Pretty. They actually both worked great, but I prefer this side right now because it's more sink into your skin. It could be because it's bigger, it's fluffier. So pretty. Okay, I think first impressions, I'm preferring this one for the cream highlight. Okay, and that is pretty much it for this video. For the lips, I did go into Wayne Goss Medium Nude and Huda Beauty Lip Blush. I'll make sure and link everything down below, except what I can't link. But here is a full completed face using the new Nikki La Rose brush collaboration with BK Beauty. This is what I used for my makeup application, and I think it looks beautiful. What do you think? Okay, so far so good. Right off the bat, first impressions, my favorite brush is this one, the N15. I think this is a brush that's really good with both powder and cream. Do I have a brush? No, I feel like typically if I use a brush for cream, that's what I use it for. I don't go back and forth. All of the other brushes performed really well. I definitely know which ones are going to be my most used ones. So it would probably be this one, the N15, the N13, which is like a crease brush, and probably this one, the N14. This one, I'm not 100% sure about it yet. So like I mentioned when I used it for the foundation, the bristles here were clumping up, almost like they were getting tangled. So it did it again, and I do have to brush them off. So I'm going to keep a lookout for that, but I honestly don't know how much I'm going to use this brush or what I'm going to use it exactly for. I have this brush set. I will keep using these brushes, and that's how I'm going to figure out my absolute favorite way of using each and every single one of these 7-piece brush set from BK Beauty collaboration that they did with Nikki La Rose. Congratulations, Nikki. You did a phenomenal job. Very well deserved. I think you chose a good brand, BK Beauty, to do this with. Like I've mentioned, BK Beauty has some of my core brushes that I use a lot. If not every single time that I use my makeup, almost every single time that I do my makeup. If it's in your budget, I don't think you'll be disappointed to pick up this brush set. And if it's not in your budget, maybe wait for a sale. It might go on sale. I know Black Friday is coming, since it's a newer launch. I don't know if this brush set is going to be included in any sales that they do have. I'm happy with it, and I'm just so happy for her. So again, congratulations, Nikki. Congratulations, BK Beauty, Lisa J. You all did a fabulous job, and you picked a perfect person to do a collaboration with. So that's going to be it. Thank you so much for being here, my lovelies. I appreciate every single one of you. Apologies for my voice. I'm hoping by the next video it'll be a lot better. I know it sounds painful, but it's not. It's so dry, and I have to clear my throat a lot, but it is what it is. I'm on the mend, and that's the good thing. I feel like towards the end, it's usually when you sound the worst. Do not forget to give the video a big thumbs up. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And if you picked up this brush set, I would love to know if you did. And I would also love to know if you know who Nikki La Rose is down below in the comment section. Okay, I will see you all on the next video. Bye.